Welcome back to the Thick Boy Clean Kitchen podcast. I'm joined today by our three thick boys, but me this week being the thickest of them all. I'm joined today with Ethan, and Brandon.
How's it going, guys?
It's going. Ethan, how's it going?
It's going.
How's it hanging?
I'd like to think it hangs.
It's hanging at a reasonable altitude.
All right. This week in men's fashion, bringing back that, we got Brandon wearing no jacket this week. That will be a first. So stay tuned for that.
Indeed, is a first.
And Ethan, bringing back the button-up shirts. And today, I'm bringing you something new with a jean jacket.
That is a really, really nice jean jacket.
One of the reasons why I bought it was Ethan wears a jean jacket, and I thought it looked pretty stylish. So I got myself one, but his is much cooler.
Yeah, well, what can you expect? Ethan is the men's fashion
boy
guru.
Yeah.
The thick boy. The original thick boy.
Yeah. Nobody can top Ethan.
Before they came out with that nasty substitute sauce.
Yeah, that's right. Sauce boy over here.
So let's talk about some more men's fashion.
Yeah,
Talk
so
about
Supreme. So Casually Explained released a video that I thought was pretty fitting, since we talk about men's fashion every single week at the beginning of the show. He talked about the different types of men's fashion, such as suits and business casual, and how high schoolers probably shouldn't come to school in business casual because they're going to look like they're filing people's taxes already. But he shared
through the school. Show up with a briefcase. Oh God.
Yeah,
deliver a witty one-liner.
Yeah.
You've been served.
That's what you want to do to not get made fun of. So he talks about the story of how Supreme kind of just said, like, hey, what if we put a red box on a white t-shirt and wrote Supreme in the middle of it
and sell it for $30
and sold it for $30, and sure enough it sold out, and then they created a bunch of other stuff. So it's a good video. Link will be in the description, or in the little,
I highly recommend checking out
or in
his
the little eye icon that's over in that corner of the screen.
Dude, does anybody actually click on those?
I do. I think
I never click on those.
Interesting.
I find them actually annoying because one time I accidentally clicked on it and I didn't want to check out that video. So,
well, bitter much?
You'll be glad to know that our editor is including those. So,
which one are you editing this week?
You'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a rock paper scissors match.
Jury's out on that one.
Yeah, it's just whoever decides to die.
Last week it was both of us at the same time.
Yeah.
Speaking of death, that I brought up, Stephen Hawking died and a redditor killed him.
Oh God.
R.I.P. Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
So I sent this link over to the boys. Was it yesterday or?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it was a person who had, on No Stupid Question, saying why Stephen Hawking is alive. ASL is a disease that you usually die. The estimated time of death is around 3 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he posted this before it was announced that Stephen Hawking had died. And
not good.
So, user always bored you killed Stephen Hawking.
He does acknowledge that he did it. I think
so what was
taking responsibility himself for that.
Well, he said in edit 2, guys, I do not deserve gold.
He got 6 golds.
Oh wow.
That, I mean, good for him.
I know.
But what was the timeline on this? Do you know the
It
exact?
was like, if I recall correctly, because he was announced dead at like 2 a.m. or something like that, right?
Wow.
And this post was like at 10 p.m. the day before.
So it was a few hours.
It was a few hours.
Within a few hours.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Those times might
Crazy
be
timing.
off, but that's what I think I remember. But I feel like this user is now ingrained into Reddit history.
Yeah.
So apparently it's happened to other celebrities too. I think Carrie Fisher was one of them. Where somebody posted a Reddit post or a comment, and then the next day she had died.
Wow, that's not good.
So coincidentally, that Reddit post was how I first learned that Stephen Hawking had died, which is pretty weird. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Wait, is Stephen Hawking dead?" So then I did a search for Stephen Hawking, and sure enough, realized that he was in fact dead.
Did you see all the meme posts that were that said when people were searching when Stephen Hawking died, and it said he will die tomorrow?
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's real or if it's edited stuff, but they were circulating all around.
It's the internet. Everything's the truth.
That's right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
But yeah, this is Reddit history that was made.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You are always bored if you're out there. Just know that you will always be known as the person who killed Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, they locked the post too, so nobody could.
What's weird is that this happens a lot. Actually, it's just coincidental. Like The Simpsons or something predicted that Donald Trump would win the presidency.
The Simpsons predicts everything.
And
it's happened
a whole
multiple
tons
times.
of other cartoons do it too.
I think they also predicted that, what was it, that Disney would buy Fox or something?
Yeah, something like that.
There's been so many times where
Yeah.
because The Simpsons is just, they've done everything.
Yeah, and well, I think that's what it is. They've just made all the jokes.
Yeah.
So
For years and years.
yeah. Oh, this will never happen. This is hilarious. Happens.
You know, it's a better joke. All these celebrities playing Fortnite.
Like
I'm on fire with these transitions, guys.
like Drake.
Well, before we get into this, just let me say that Michael B. Jordan, who we had talked about when we were talking about Black Panther, said that he liked anime, and then all of these teenage girls were like, "Oh, anime's the coolest."
What?
When originally all these girls were saying, guys who like animes are nerds and weebs. And
Guys
Michael
who like
B.
animes
Jordan
only
says,
want one thing, and it's disgusting.
Michael B. Jordan says, "Oh, I actually like anime," and then everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, Michael B. Jordan loves anime. I love
Anime's the
anime."
coolest, guys.
If anyone's gonna sell anime.
And then
still
like
anime.
a few weeks ago, it was common knowledge, like girls were like, "Stop posting about your Snapchat victories or your Fortnite victories on Snapchat. Nobody cares." Drake's playing Fortnite now.
Of course.
And so it's the hottest thing now.
Well, going back to a second to the men's fashion thing, that video also says that any clothes that rappers wear become cool, and so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Here is now, because Fortnite was kind of just getting cool and surpassing PUBG, and now Drake has really just upped the. Now everyone knows what Fortnite is. Well, not everyone, not Ethan's parents, but
I don't even know what Fortnite is.
well,
It's
Ethan.
unfortunate.
You know what PUBG is, right?
Unfortunately, no.
It's like Fortnite.
All right. So PUBG was
Fortnite.
one of the first of many.
What's Fortnite?
It's like PUBG.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, guys.
What's PUBG?
PUBG was one of the first of many battle royale style where 100 people go in and
So is it just
kill
like
each other.
a massive fighting arena type thing?
The maps they're actually
It's
massive.
pretty big.
Well, until they're not massive. But go ahead.
Yeah. So if you spawn into a big map and you pick up loot, which is just guns, armor, medical supplies, or whatever, and then the map shortens into one area,
Okay.
so that everybody gets forced into the center, and then eventually one person comes out on top. And PUBG's thing was winner, winner, chicken dinner when you got first he's playing Fortnite now too. So I think the guy who created PUBG said any knockoffs were gonna file legal action, and now Fortnite, their biggest contender, is now way more popular than them. And it's completely different though.
Yeah, but because
Same
so I
style,
watched.
and I think this one, the store is different or something. I think it's pretty same. But Fortnite, you can build walls and structures to protect yourself,
And build like
there's
ramps to climb up things.
Mhm.
And
there's a whole weapon tier system too.
PUBG is
It's
much
not just a copy.
much more like realistic, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's a little more adult in Fortnite.
Yeah,
a little
it
Okay.
seems like a game that.
It's kind of like Overwatch where it's cartoonish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's like that's a really good example actually. It's the Overwatch of battle royales.
Okay, sure.
yeah. I don't. I can't get into Fortnite because I
I've
did
never played
after
it. I
after
don't
this.
like those type of games.
I watched Fortnite and I was like, just it's too cartoony for me. It's the wall building, ramp building thing is like I'm just like what like this doesn't make any sense to me. And so then I watched a PUBG session and it's like I feel like PUBG takes like real skill. It seems like every thought is meticulously done.
No. It's all
It's a
all
free for
luck.
all. Okay, well I watched somebody who was good then. But anyways,
I guess there's a certain amount of skill in each, but there's also a certain amount of luck.
yeah. So Drake has made Fortnite the most popular thing.
Oh, he got the most concurrent viewers, surpassing.
Well, and I don't know exactly how it happened, but I did see
Oh,
a
that's pretty crazy.
thread on Twitter. So there's this Twitch streamer called Ninja. That's really who, and this the reason I have this Polygon article, which I'll put in the description, is because they're like the only ones that I saw that really brought up Ninja in their post, and I don't necessarily agree with. Drake didn't set the record, right? It was really Ninja.
I just noticed on the Drake meme, no chicken.
Yeah.
Head. I didn't realize. I just thought of the Drake meme actually. In my
Yeah.
head. I kept on reading that. I was like, that's really stupid. And then now I realize it's just the word text based.
Right. So I saw on here it says he had 635,000 concurrent viewers. I did see a post on Twitter by Sam Sheffer, he was watching it at the time, and I believe he said there was actually 680,000 concurrent viewers on the stream.
Wow.
And he also posted, I'll put a link in the description for this, I'll try and find it, but Ninja, I guess, has 176,000 or so subscribers now.
106. It
176.
does say there that he gained 50,000.
Yeah, in like
Yeah, that was between just a few days.
right. But
So
now this
that-
happened.
But that was like weeks ago. So
Yeah, that was between March 22nd and March 3rd, and now it's March.
February 22nd.
Yes. They don't know.
That's only like 2 weeks.
Yeah. But now this has happened, and he's gotten so much more popular because the other person who shouted him out recently was the channel Mr. Beast. They went on, gave him $10,000 or $30,000 or something, and he got super popular because he was and that's probably around the time he got 50,000 subscribers. Because Ninja is like really good at Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's probably all he plays. Like he's really, really good at it. Watching him,
Is
it's
he the
like
guy with the blue hair?
yeah, in this video.
Has he played other games before?
It probably, yeah. Because Fortnite's relatively new.
Well, there's a lot of people with blue hair, so I might have seen some other two blue hair.
He's yeah. I could try and find a picture for you, but yeah. So I think it's crazy. I think a lot of the he's like the highest
Is he the most watched guy on Twitch right now?
Well, according to this article, and I didn't know this because we just talked about this a couple weeks ago, where it was Dr. Disrespect who, he surpassed Dr. Disrespect. But here it says that the Twitch record is held by.
Yeah, so it's saying that the non-tournament record was surpassed. So an E-League stream got over 1.1 million.
That's pretty darn crazy. But still, 600 and even 35,000. But I'll try and find that Twitter post. That's a lot of people. Especially and that's a test.
Well, that's because
Twitch as well.
Drake goes onto his Twitter and it's like, hey.
Well, yeah, he posted
I'm playing video games.
Playing Fortnite.
Yeah. How many?
And then I saw
500 or 305k likes. So plus 140k retweets, meaning.
So a lot of people saw that.
No, that's how many comments.
How many retweets do you get? Why is his nickname Drizzy? It's really stupid.
It's a great question.
Maybe it's a nickname he's had from childhood.
I highly doubt it.
133,000 retweets.
So
that
means it
that's
gets to
big
other people.
reach. Yeah,
And he probably already had his 50,000 watching him already. It's easily doable. Because it wasn't just seen by those people that liked it. It was seen by maybe 4 times more than that.
Yeah, look at this. So Ninja also reportedly gained more than 90,000 subscribers, which accounts for a total of at least $250,000 a month in revenue for Ninja.
Yeah.
Stay humble, bro. Stay humble. Yeah, Travis Scott also joined. I read that last night too.
He's like another singer too.
Yeah, he's another hip hop artist.
Oh, I thought he was.
Yeah. I believe. I mean, I
thought he was
absolutely
just like a pop singer.
don't know celebrities, but I'm sure people are dressing like him.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah. So fascinating. Good for Ninja, because I remember seeing him on. Because I watched that Mr. Beast video, and he was really thankful that somebody gave him such a crazy donation, and it just seems like a really good guy. Nothing that wasn't arrogant, wasn't rice gum. So I mean, best wishes to you, man.
All right, let's talk about rice gum.
Oh, go ahead, take us away. I haven't heard about rice gum in a long time.
I
thought he was irrelevant.
You watched the iDubbbz content cop.
I did, yeah.
And your opinions on that were.
It was hilarious.
So you thought it was hilarious, but you also kind of were like, wow, this rice gum character is a real piece of work, right?
Yes.
Ethan, do you even know what a content cop is?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
So I haven't seen this for sure.
I'll put a link in the description. You can watch it.
So pretty much this guy named iDubbbz, he doesn't get any money from YouTube, I imagine, because YouTube doesn't like people like him.
Okay.
He has a ongoing series that he posts maybe it seems like every 6 months nowadays. He posts a content cop where he does extensive research on one specific channel that is just so over the top.
He goes deep, boys and girls.
And so he made one on this guy named Rice Gum, he's an Asian male who raps very poorly.
Okay.
Imagine me rapping.
Yeah. It's not bad, but it's not
good.
And his aspirations are to become a rapper and a songwriter. And he's been in LA for, 2 years now. And he still hasn't gotten signed by anybody.
Yeah. He's too busy flexing on all his haters,
yeah.
bro.
So his fan base is primarily around Tyler's age.
12-year-old boys.
12 to 15.
Okay.
And he probably has a lot of female fans too, because
Is he good looking?
Up there with like Jake Paul and Logan Paul. That high-end YouTube god status.
Are girls that stupid? Okay, yep, fair enough. I'll agree with you.
Dude, just children are idiots.
Children are all dumb. Yeah, you turn 20 and you're
Right,
realize
when I
you
was
don't know
12,
anything.
I was watching Minecraft Let's Plays.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Minecraft Let's Plays.
Dude, no, Captain Sparkle's
Dude, Captain Sparkle's killing it. Yeah. When I found out my boss at the time's 5-year-old or 7-year-old children watched it, I was like, oh, no. Maybe I shouldn't be watching this.
So anyway, the guy iDubbbz made a content cop calling out Rice on all of his tomfoolery.
I see.
And Rice took the criticism for like one video, responding to it kinda, and then he actually responded to it, going twice as hard as on all of the points that the guy made beforehand, and stretching out the entire drama into 4 separate videos.
Wow. That's a lot of parts.
And he still hasn't gotten better. It's only gotten worse.
Sounds about right.
But the only reason why he's not really getting called out for it is because you got Logan Paul with the forest thing, then the rats, and who knows what he's doing now. I don't really watch these guys. I just know that they're.
I know he posted, and I try to not watch Logan Paul content or Jake Paul content whatsoever. I know one of them posted a video on we need to stop school shootings.
That was Jake Paul, I saw that.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I don't like
I heard
to
it
get
was
involved with
completely
that
tone
stuff.
deaf.
You heard it was what?
I heard it was completely tone deaf and pointless.
Tone deaf and pointless. That pretty much explains both the Paul brothers.
I actually only saw. I didn't even see it on YouTube. I just saw it on the Wow Thanks I'm Cured subreddit, which is pretty much how is depression a real thing? Just close your eyes and I don't know.
What?
Just stupid stuff like that.
Oh, thanks, dude.
From like people on the internet. So it was just a screen cap of his video. The thumbnail.
So Yahoo Answers.
Yes, actually. So it was just a screen cap of we need to stop school shootings. Like it was just all, it's all clickbait.
And then everyone in the comments was like, "Oh, dude, finally."
Jake Paul understands us. He's so relatable.
God. Yeah.
Where's his new house so I can hang outside of it? I don't want to waste my childhood years hanging outside some 20-year-old's house.
And then when you get older, you'll look back. You'll be 50 years old, and you'll be like, "I can't believe I did that." There's an automotive YouTuber I follow that one time went to In-N-Out, grabbed 20 In-N-Out burgers, and delivered them to the poor kids that were all standing outside of the Paul's house.
That was another messed up scenario that I have no idea how he turns all of this bad stuff into content, which makes him more popular. I don't know how Jake Paul and Logan Paul have. It blows my mind.
You heard what he did to Post Malone, right?
Yes, that's when I first found out. Like, wow, this Jake Paul guy is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Because I followed like the guy like H3 and iDubbbz, and I found out from the Jake Paul situation even more so from H3 when they did. They're like, dude, you can't just go and film somebody's front door.
Right. Hey, is it okay if we're filming? Because we're already filming. Oh yeah, dude. Let me get my pants on. Okay, yeah, we'll just film it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Dude, that guy's so cool. I think we're best friends now. Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna try and invite him into my next music video. Oh, suck.
Yeah. I think Post has a lot better things to do.
Hey, Post, you wanna say England is my city? It'll be really good.
It's Too busy smoking cigarettes and getting wasted.
You can't get wasted on Bud Light.
Very, very true. At least the guy has taste in other ways.
Yeah. but the Paul brothers, no idea how they're popular on YouTube. No idea. It's just mind-boggling.
It really is. At some level, I mean, it's.
I remember in the Vine days, I actually followed Logan Paul on Vine.
Yeah, I mean, everyone did. Yeah, well, in 4 to 6 second doses, he would be okay.
Yeah. I didn't know that Jake was a Viner.
Yeah, but 14 minutes of insanity, it doesn't work. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for the kids watching it. It's not healthy for him. Because eventually he's going to get to a point where, because eventually, like everything else on the internet, things die out. Right?
Yeah, it's definitely going to die out.
He's going to die out. He has no skills. I mean, he might be a brilliant, genius businessman. I don't know.
Oh, both of them are set for life.
Maybe.
As long as...
Maybe, if they're not spending all their money.
Their content may die out.
I think that Jake Paul has enough money to... Because his Team 10 business model is so good.
Yeah, and I don't know who told him to do that. I don't know if it was him.
Genius.
But that was pretty darn smart. I just hope that he's saving all his money, and because it's not going to last.
He bought his house. That house that they moved down to the middle of nowhere.
Well, of course, if you're going to spend all your money, buy everything in cash. I just hope that he's being smart about it, because he's got a lot more years ahead of him. And when you're used to that, I mean, that's an expensive lifestyle.
It is.
So, I don't know. Stay humble.
No, they're far past that.
Well, but that's the problem. I mean, they can't.
I think that's why Logan Paul finally he beat his brother, because Logan Paul's already doing some shady stuff, but Jake was like outdoing it because of like all the my fans are outside my house and I'm burning 60-foot fires on my pool.
That's not okay.
It was way over the top more than what Logan was doing. And then once the forest thing came out, that's when everybody stopped paying attention to Jake, because Jake's still been doing some pretty shady things, I think. But now everybody's looking at Logan.
It's just not the suicide forest.
That's not cool, Logan. You should really not do that. And the 12-year-olds are like, hey, he was just trying to bring awareness.
Yeah, I mean...
But anyway,
bringing awareness to 12.
Stop talking about the Pauls and how they took over YouTube and the Viner invasion.
I think it's over.
Oh, Viner invasion.
Especially now that they don't pop up on trending, they don't pop on recommend. Now that I don't see that, I don't.
Yeah, trending pages actually has some good stuff on it recently.
Yeah, I never see their videos anymore, and I think it's a better world.
Because you just need to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon on the trending page.
Yeah,
I don't want to look at their late night talk shows on YouTube.
As soon as they post a video, it's up on trending immediately.
How do you feel about Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon on the YouTube trending page?
Definitely, probably not necessary. I mean, Jimmy Fallon, for years, people will watch, every video he posts from the Tonight Show or the previous show. They'll get tons of views.
I'll watch occasionally Jimmy Fallon.
I actually, so this is interesting. I used to watch, I watched Late Night with Jimmy Fallon for a while, and then I went to the Tonight Show, and then after a while I started getting bored. So I would only watch one show a week or something, and then at some point I just stopped watching the show. And now occasionally I'll watch. I enjoy when he will do a music video collaboration with somebody where they'll either make up a video or do a recreation of something, or if if he's doing the camp sketch with Justin Timberlake. There's that's pretty funny sometimes, but like for the most part, their content probably shouldn't be on trending. At least not every day. That's that's pretty ridiculous.
I think trending page should be like bigger channels like that, where you know you're gonna go to.
I mean, it's basically a celebrity.
Yeah. When you go to Justin Bieber Vivo,
sure,
you're going to go see Justin Bieber's songs. You don't want to see Justin Bieber Vivo on trending page, because you'll hear about it on Twitter or Instagram or something. If you like Justin Bieber, you'll be following.
I mean, I could see a music video for like a new single being on trending,
because those videos.
Justin Bieber shouldn't be on trending every day. That's
exactly, and he won't, because
you don't release
a song every day.
Okay, so
I think that's the problem.
Then these guys that are Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon and whoever else, I'm sure Ellen has something on there. They're posting one every day because they have new content every day, pretty much, I think. And they're going on trending each day, and they're pulling in. They're going to pull
right,
in
because they're taking their show and just cutting clips out of it every single day.
But I mean, we had the discussion last week or a couple weeks ago on how we use YouTube, and maybe that's what a lot of people, they just go to trending.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't particularly. I'm not bothered that they're on trending. I don't particularly care if they're on trending.
Here's what bothers me about it, though.
Some like 50,000 subscriber channel who a video is getting a lot of views really quickly, and it's something that's not on trending.
So you mean like seeing more fresh content that's not necessarily something that's already been viewed 700 times or 700,000 times.
Yeah,
and maybe it's a new tab. Maybe it's the upcoming tab.
Sure, like up and coming, or
I think,
or fresh content, or
I actually think that's a great idea,
like
for
some
YouTube
some
to do,
kind of
especially with
secondary filter.
Hire me.
Hire us all, please. We'll do this podcast every day. We'll pull in a ton of views, and we'll just come up with crazy ideas. But I think that's, especially with all the craziness that YouTube's been going through lately, with you're not supporting creators, you're taking all the money away, you're doing this, you're doing that.
Right.
And I think that's why they're playing it safe with the trending tab.
The ecosystem of YouTube has definitely been disrupted, like in the past year.
Right.
My problem. So the Suicide Forest video was on trending. It was number 1 on trending.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They allegedly trending gets handpicked.
Wow.
I've heard multiple things though.
That it's just an algorithm.
You hear it's the algorithm. You hear it's handpicked.
I would think it's probably. It's probably algorithm based. I would guess that maybe it gets moderated, but to some extent,
different countries have different trending also.
Right.
Like the content cop I was just talking about was number 1 on trending in like Canada or something.
Sure. Oh, sure.
But here in the United States, since he's not very he's not on one side of the spectrum that YouTube wants him on.
Right.
He is not gonna get on trending.
Right. And I could even see, like, in the U.S., the locales in the U.S., somebody might watch a video in California that somebody in Michigan doesn't normally watch, right? But here's my problem.
Videos are people in Michigan and California gonna watch.
I don't know. Maybe people in Michigan are having a bad snowstorm, and there's a really popular snow plowing video that came out. Right? I don't know. It doesn't sno in California.
Sure. I mean, culture varies.
In California, brain.
Or Nebraska. People
Nebraska too.
No.
What are you talking about, bison now?
No, forget. Yeah. They might be lit with the bison videos, right? The bison videos might just make them all want to shoot off guns, right? We don't have bison in California, right?
I'm sure we have bison somewhere around here.
I don't know anything about bison. I'm making very, very crass generalizations.
We may actually have bison somewhere in California.
Well, somebody leave it in the comments. If there's bison in
Do we have
California,
bison in California?
let us know.
I mean, there could be like a bison farm or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Well,
We
you know
have
what?
strawberry farms.
That's
That's relevant to this
Yeah.
conversation.
But so here's my problem with the trending page, is specifically with those Jimmy Kimmel, the Conan O'Brien's, the Ellen DeGeneres
Sure,
videos
they're-
that pop up.
They're churning out content. It's just getting reposted on YouTube from airing on TV.
Right. But the other thing is, YouTube makes more, allegedly. I don't work at YouTube. I don't have inside sources. This is all conspiracy theory.
We have our tinfoil hats.
We don't need them, Levi. We're level 2.
I don't know what that means.
Me-
Continue with
we're-
your-
Well,
we're
go get
immune.
your tinfoil hat then, boy.
We're immune. The tinfoil hats in our mind.
So,
Boy.
Jimmy, those
Jimmies.
the
Jimmys
Jimmys
of the
of the trending tab, they all they get hooked up with advertisements directly. Like, they get to work directly with advertisers, and therefore those
Sure.
advertisers pay more.
It's because their
YouTube
network
makes more
is
money.
like connected with their
Right. And therefore, it's in
They're-
YouTube's
they're
interest to
VIPs.
promote those videos, right? Especially if it's middle-aged people who don't sign into Google, right? And they just go to YouTube, and they go to the trending page.
It's old people who don't have ad block.
Exactly, because I don't know if that. I mean, I'm not the best gauge for what 20-year-old people are doing on the internet, but I don't know if they're necessarily watching old dudes and old ladies, relatively old.
You'd be surprised. I think a lot of young people probably would watch Jimmy Fallon clips or
There's a
something
lot of
else.
20-year-olds out there who don't
But
even know what
every
ad block
day
is.
Well, maybe not every single day, but I
Right,
mean,
you underestimate
enough
a lot
to
of people.
enough to make it be on trending at least.
I assume everyone is an intellectual.
People at their jobs go on YouTube.
Oh, true.
Just to waste time.
Oh man, I ran out of subs.
They're attempting to go on Facebook every
Oh,
second
trending.
of
Oh,
the
there's a
day.
new Jimmy Kimmel video. Okay, well, I guess I'll watch that.
Yeah, they're trying to get on
Yeah,
to
boss,
their
I'm
Facebook,
working.
their Twitter, their Instagram, their Reddit, their YouTube. They're probably
Redditors
watching
are probably
Twitch
the
over there
worst.
too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Ethan, why don't you tell us a story about Facebook and how people were attempting to get on it every single day?
Oh, a story of Facebook. All right, so once upon a time, I worked for a company in IT, and my boss one day let me in on a just something he'd stumbled upon in monitoring the network traffic. Like, basically, we were looking at analytics, and pretty much every single workday ever, somebody's pulling up Facebook.com, and they're hitting refresh and hitting refresh and hitting refresh and still not getting to Facebook.
And what was the interval between each refresh?
Oh, it's seconds.
Oh yeah,
They're just
5 seconds
yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe his exact words were, they're just hitting Facebook all day long.
Yeah.
They're just holding down F5.
Yeah, F5.
Yeah.
There was Facebook,
They're going, why
and then
doesn't
a
my
Google
Facebook
search
work?
for how do I refresh quickly, and then Facebook,
Yeah,
Facebook.
so Facebook was being blocked on the company network, and
Right.
they're still attempting to use Facebook every second of the day. It's just ridiculous.
Right. That's a funny story.
Was it only Facebook that was blocked?
Well, no, there's a lot of sites
There's
that are
probably
blocked.
more than one thing, probably.
Yeah.
Because I still work down there, and I'm able to get onto Instagram when I'm down there.
Well, that's highly unusual.
Interesting.
I don't think I'm
Yeah,
able
let me
to
send an
get
email
on-
real quick. Make sure that's not able to happen.
Well,
Any-
right now I
any
only
other
have,
fun
like,
sites
12
that you
followers
like?
on Instagram. I haven't been on there in like months.
Instagram's the worst. I deleted all my social media, but that's another. Well, not
Not
my
Twitter.
account. Well, yeah, that's another topic for another day. So should we talk about last week? We reviewed the. Oh, I do want to talk about this.
We
so
got our first copyright strike.
we got our first copyright strike.
Yep.
So last week, if you didn't watch, you should go back and watch it. It'll be at the end of this video for you to click on. But we played the Super Smash
Super Smash Brothers trailer.
Super Smash Brothers trailer for the Switch.
It's not a port because there's not a line in the title.
And there's not. It's not a port, confirmed by Donkey and PewDiePie.
And PewDiePie.
Yep.
Trustworthy news sources.
Donkey actually explains it. PewDiePie just said it's not a port.
Was this in his meme review?
Yes, I think it was.
Awesome.
Levi, that's copyrighted. You've cursed us again.
Yeah, Levi, come on.
That's not original content. What are you talking about?
Yes. Somebody on the subreddit made that one up. So, somebody
Said they will not play Super Smash Bros.
This
unless
beautiful.
these 642 characters were in the game. And who's the author of this article? I want to give a shout out.
Just the Hard Time staff.
What's the hard times dot net?
Wow. They don't even have. Well, that makes sense. No, one person couldn't have made this.
Let's go to About real quick. Just see what this is all about. It's the About page.
Ah, punk news.
This is a very real punk news site. Oh, that's a cool. I like that. Look at that.
Right.
Send 10 headline ideas. Jeremy is the one responsible for this.
What about Matt and Nick? What basic email?
No,
addresses?
to pitch hard drive ideas, send headline ideas to Jude. Jeremy is responsible.
Oh, gee.
Wow, that is a lot of staff. Managing editor. Okay, so there's a lot of people responsible.
Okay.
I would like to point out that there is people responsible for this article.
I have a feeling all of these people put in some type of comment for this.
Well,
I'm
that's
not going to
why.
go through the entire list, but there is some hilarious things
Yeah,
in here.
so we're just going to scroll through this if you're watching
We
this.
got Alex Jones, our conspiracist of.
InfoWars.
You got Harambe.
Young Jerry Seinfeld.
Steve Jobs, played by Ashton Kutcher.
Billy Mays.
There's just a whole ton of
The end of
hilarious stuff in
racism.
here. So Ethan hasn't actually seen this list yet, so if you ever, there is some offensive stuff in here. We got Jar Jar Binks in here.
That same homeless guy you always see on your commute to work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Walter White, the Illuminati.
And you got Goku there again.
Jar Jar
Drake's
Binks.
father.
Hurricane Katrina. That one's a little too rough, guys. Come on.
I mean, there's a lot of.
Barack Obama.
There is a lot of.
So there's the first one that I thought would actually be a good one.
What, Barack
73.
Obama?
I mean,
73.
with 600 plus characters, they've picked basically like every pop culture reference possible here.
Yeah,
in the last 2 years, I think.
The nice guy you met at the deli who knows what you want before you order it, which really helps to make your neighborhood feel like a
Below the Load
community.
is the one I would actually like to see that.
You're gonna have to
That's
pronounce that because I
Not
can't.
this list is of. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but he's from Final Fantasy 15. I actually
okay.
enjoyed that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
You can keep on scrolling.
Number 82, Hitler, but like not in an offensive way.
Oh.
Not sure how they do that, but I would like to see
A
the
lot
cast of the Breakfast Club.
A lot
Yes,
of these are
please.
just Nintendo or other game characters, but a very inappropriate variation. of
Yeah, yeah. Such as Mario with the
that. Wario without a skeleton.
Zelda, the boy. Because we were just playing Zelda before this, or watching you play
Yeah, I
Zelda.
was playing Breath of the
And,
Wild. The Boss Baby. Let's keep on strong, Brandon.
He
Number
doesn't-
112, Link's rapper name, Young Link.
So who is Goku and why is he on here
Dragon-
so much?
Dragon Ball
That's
Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
He's been on the list like, it's like every
Yeah, it's every
6 or 7 times.
Control F and see how many times Goku's on there.
Yep.
42.
42 times.
42. Nice.
That's too many. Far too many. Now we're gonna have to scroll. Young
Yeah,
Link.
just keep going down.
Tetris blocks.
Rick and Morty from Rick and Morty.
A child soldier. Sad, right?
131, Stephen King when he was addicted to cocaine.
Sean Penn.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Loot box.
Loot box.
Splatoon. I think they are in the game. That's Well, sure.
Only one ice climber. I saw a comment on this on Reddit that said, I didn't know the ice climbers got divorced. How sad. And I'm guessing that's what's it's in reference to. Or there's another one on here called divorced ice climbers.
There is.
I mean,
It
completely
could also be
unnecessary.
people.
I've read through this list like 3 times.
It could also be people pissed
Clippy?
off that their character kept dying because one of the characters was getting dragged off screen or something. 'Cause
Probably.
It's a pair.
Yeah, probably. Clippy for Microsoft
boy.
Word.
Can I help you with that? It looks like you need some help here. Do you want
My
a
uncle
template?
who works for Nintendo. Friends N64 controller that's sticky and you're not sure why. John Bon Jovi.
Oh, there's not Goku.
Detective Pikachu with Danny DeVito's voice.
Oh my God. Bernstein Bears.
I think they posted that more than once.
Oh yeah. The R Gaming Reddit mod.
How many?
A cease and desist order from the makers of Tekken.
The cast of Hamilton.
Yeah. So just put this into the comments.
Yeah.
There's too many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The cast
Paul
of
Blart.
monsters.
this could go on forever.
Young
Straight.
Sheldon.
A refurbished Wii U.
So
One thick boy rules them all.
something I saw on, I'm not sure if it was just our gaming or if it was on another gaming subreddit, but it said, I want, for the new Smash Bros. Game, I want the madman who was spinning the Wii controller around the room on those safety guns. And I was like, that's a really good idea.
I remember that now.
Because in the one for the Wii, Brawl, they had the Wii Fit trainer. Nobody
Yeah.
asked for that, but they had
No,
it.
and that was horrible.
That would be really funny, actually, though.
Yeah.
Another good one would be the epilepsy warning that comes up every time you start your Wii.
Its finishing move is just
Yep.
straight just flashes.
Its
called
finishing
Final
move is
Smash.
Final
its
smash.
finishing move is devastating strobe.
Not only does it kill all the other players on screen, but it also kills the players in real life.
Somebody said that the Final Smash of the Wii guy would be throwing the Wii controller towards you and then cracking the screen. And if any character walked towards that or was around that, they'd instantly die.
Nice.
Or a slippery Wii Fit board.
That's up there with the N64 controller that's sticky for unknown reasons.
Could be the new banana. You just throw it. It's an item. You throw it down. People slip on it.
Nasty.
Those things got sweaty with your feet.
And other games that are coming out this week, actually. Do you guys want to give it a guess?
Surviving Mars came out on the 15th.
Enlighten us.
Yes,
What's coming out
today.
this week?
Today.
Do you guys really not know?
No, I don't.
Burnout Paradise.
Oh, remastered?
The PS4
Tomorrow.
version.
Oh,
Interesting.
gotta pre-order it.
But I don't think there's any. I think it's $40.
Is there DLC or
It,
loot boxes?
and I don't think
it'll
that
come.
there's-
It'll come. I believe I read about it, and it'll come with all of the DLC that was released included. I think.
Oh, cool.
So I think you're good on this one. Even though it's EA, I think you're good
That was a great game.
to buy this game.
Yeah, I know you always
I
talked
still have
about
that
it.
game.
Yeah, and I always wanted to play it, but you never let me. But no hard feelings.
I think that's categorically false. I invited you to my house several times, but you said no. That place is a dump.
I can't come there.
I'm kidding.
I walk up to his front door and I'm like, okay, Ethan, you want to come play outside? Little boy. Yeah, but this game definitely
Yeah.
looks pretty cool.
Oh wow.
You muted it.
Yeah, I
You
did
probably
that.
don't want to get it. Like an idiot. the videos.
Yeah, the video's buffering. I mean, I'll put a link to the trailer
Sure.
in the thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
That was one of the first driving games that really, the first time I saw somebody playing it, I was like completely blown away, and part of it was because of the Showtime thing where you basically, I think you press like R1 and L1 together, and then your car just turns into a death machine. You just start going into this perpetual roll, and you just crash into as much stuff as you can. I mean, it's just completely out of the box thing in the game. And the other thing that's cool is the way you unlock vehicles was by doing takedowns. So a vehicle would be driving around, you'd have to basically race to catch up with them, and then you'd have to damage their car or run them off the road or whatever until they crash. And then at that point you can use that vehicle.
yeah, I think they brought that dynamic over into Need for Speed Pursuit, because when I had the Xbox One for a little bit until I chucked it off a bridge and burned it with my flamethrower. But I played Need for Speed Pursuit for a while, and it had that kind of similar game dynamic. Pursuit was open world. Is Paradise also open?
It is, yeah. It's the map isn't necessarily it's not as big as current open world games probably, but it was still, I mean, you have a decent amount of space to drive around in. It's an open world driving game.
Well, everything's pretty small when you're going 140.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I'll probably be picking that up tomorrow and playing it. And
Yeah.
if we can get...
I'd probably play it on the PS4.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
that's what
stream
I was
it?
gonna play.
It gives
I
me-
was going to just say that if I do,
It gives me a little bit more of a reason to sell my PS3.
I'll attempt and stream it.
So you can afford Burnout Paradise?
No,
think it's
no,
all
just
types
because
of
the game's
release.
still available. So I don't,
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have to keep my old console to play.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, well, it's going to be a little late after this comes out, but Levi in the future might be streaming Burnout Paradise.
I might, and it's multiplayer, so I might be able to get Ethan.
Oh, that's
in
right.
there.
Dude, Ethan streaming. You're going to get
Well, he doesn't have to-
680,000
He doesn't
concurrent
have to
streamers.
stream, but I'll be streaming with him. He just needs to get a microphone.
We have microphones.
But like one that he
You
can
mean a
connect to his
headset?
PS4 very
Ah.
easily.
Oh. I
No,
think
but-
I have. I think I have a
you
solution
do?
that might work.
Mm.
Yeah. As long
Good
as
on
you
you.
sit really close to your PS4 and have a cable that can be about this long.
That doesn't sound very inviting.
It doesn't.
But if he does get it, then we may.
No, I
stream
just
it
need like
together.
a mod mic or something.
Oh yeah, mod mics. Those are pretty cheap.
Alright, should we wrap this up?
I think we should wrap it up.
Which one of you boys want to take us out today?
I went last week.
Nathan went the week before. It is my turn.
It is your turn.
What are our plugs?
Well, our plugs this week. So let me go ahead and start Levi's outro for him. We will be on SoundCloud. So starting this episode, we'll be on SoundCloud. We're working on iTunes.
Can't you put up the last 3 episodes on SoundCloud?
Probably. I mean, I'm going to try.
You're
but
not gonna try. Or you're gonna
I'm going to. Okay. Yeah. I want to. Dude, gotta have a complete
Just
catalog.
timeline wise, we're starting to post
Yeah.
on other media now.
Gotcha.
So, we're getting slowly more and more legit. The next couple weeks, we're actually going to have a semi-real set in a closet. So it'll be the Thick Boys coming to you live
Wait,
from
we're
the
doing that next week?
closet. I don't know, next week, the week after, 3 weeks from now, I don't know.
Don't worry, the closet won't be that dark.
Yeah, it'll be
You're not gonna have internet down
very
there.
lit. There's internet.
Not right now.
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. In our closet, we ran a modem and technological equipment that allows us to connect to the internet.
It's really just a shed out in the middle of nowhere. I'm kidnapping these fools.
It actually might as well be a shed. It has shed doors on it. The bathroom looks like it comes from a shed.
Have we confirmed that there's not going to be construction in there while we're there?
No.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll make it work.
there will be, the point is there will be a change of scenery coming soon. And subscribe on YouTube. Comment, So, if you haven't visited our comment section, it is essentially a Reddit subreddit.
Not really. It's not that bad.
It's gonna get there.
Eventually, I'm hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, it's slowly getting there. The memes are fresh, and they are plentiful. So leave a comment. We'll incorporate it into next week's episode. And
We try and mention it at the beginning of every.
yeah, and incorporate it. The goal is for everything to become
The goal is
a
to
running
provide
joke.
a sense of pride and accomplishment for commenting down in our comment section.
Right. Plus, it makes us look good on the YouTube algorithm, which promotes growth. Leave a like. And if you're watching this and you only come to comment, which I think is what people are doing,
They're watching 5 seconds of video, hitting pause, and
Just
going to the comments.
mute the video in the background. Just let it play through. YouTube watches that stuff. They know. So go
And
onto
we
all
know
your
too.
computers in your house.
No,
Put it
don't do
on.
that.
That's a little.
That's a little too
extravagant.
much.
Yeah, use up all your bandwidth to stream the Clean Kitchen podcast.
And if you're a newcomer here, we invite you to get into a turf war with the guys that are frequenting our comment section. We think that would be a really cool thing to see.
The more men that fight over us, the better.
And the weirder it gets.
Yep. And
We want the weirdo meter to go through the roof.
I'm coming to enjoy it. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, me
So
too.
this week's, I was reading it, I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
I strongly encourage it.
a big gentleman who has 2 B's in his last name, who is in our comment section.
What?
Yeah, the thickest of them all. We can't say it on
Is
the
his first
podcast.
name big?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, so he's in our comment section, and God bless him.
You know that guy actually has cancer. That's the real guy.
Yeah, oh, I know he really has cancer.
He is
No,
really
I
cancer.
think somebody's
Yeah.
just using his likeness for the
Yeah.
profile picture.
Same with that Tyler one guy. That's a fake account.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
All those accounts are fake. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Hunter Green. Shout out to Hunter Green.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but
Mad respect, dog.
I feel like you're the only one that is the real account.
All of you are a mystery to us, but you've brightened our day.
You do. You brightened our day, especially today, on the Thick Boys podcast.
And that is all that you will get from the Clean Thick Boy Kitchen podcast.
It's
Goodbye.
it's been a good time.
All right. That's it. Cut it right here.
See you guys
Right
next
now,
week.
right there.